Hi, I'm Cameron and welcome back to Cameron's Country. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing 5 underrated menswear items. So what do I mean by underrated? Well, I mean items of clothing that I think should be worn more often because I really like them, or items of clothing that are worn relatively regularly, but I think could be given more thought in order for the wearing experience to be overall improved. So let's get started on item number 1, which I think is cufflinks. So why do I think cufflinks are underrated? Well, I think most men now, when they are wearing a smart shirt, go for the button-up cuff because it's seen as being more practical and just easier, a bit quicker in the morning when you're putting the shirt on. You just have to do a quick button-up and it's ready to go. But I think cufflinks add a very special bit of character you can't get elsewhere in your outfit. Men don't tend to wear, at least in a business setting, as much jewelry as maybe a lady would. So I think it's just a great way of inserting a little bit of your own character. So I've gone for the pheasant cufflinks. These are actually a gift, which makes them that little bit more special. And I just think it's a fantastic way to inject a little bit of your identity into the outfit. So obviously with me, the pheasant gives that country connection. You might like a crest, or maybe a symbol of a team you support, or something showing one of your hobbies. It could be anything like that. You can also go for the more simple cufflinks. For example, here I have my very simple blue cufflinks, and I picked these to match my blue watch. For the second item, I picked the rugby shirt. This is one of my free rugby shirts. This is a Guinness one. I got them all from the company Cotton Traders. They weren't too expensive. They're very hard wearing. I think they have a brilliant balance between sort of the rugged practicality. They're a little bit smart with the collar as well. And you just don't see them very often. People wear polo shirts, which are obviously the short sleeved version, a little bit lighter weight generally. People wear t-shirts. Very few people go for the rugby shirt. And I just think it's a fantastic way to add that little bit of extra style, little bit of extra ruggedness as well into your outfit. I tend to wear my rugby shirts at the weekend, or if I'm doing more practical work, because they're just so hard wearing. And obviously there's the rugby connection. I don't play rugby anymore, but I still enjoy watching it. And I guess it's a great way to be a little more involved in that hobby. I do have my England rugby shirt that comes out during the Six Nations. For the third item, I picked dress boots. Why did I pick dress boots? Well, most men will have a pair of dress shoes they bring out, or maybe a special occasion, or that they wear the suit or smart shirt at work. Dress boots just seem to be a little bit rarer. I think they're better for a few reasons, or at least I prefer them for a few reasons. They give a bit of extra protection against the elements, being a little bit taller. They just give that bit more support to the ankle as well. And personally, I prefer the style of a boot. It just looks really nice with the suit trousers covering up the top of the shoe. It just creates a flowing silhouette all the way up and won't show the socks you're wearing. That being said, item number 4 is socks. Now, you might think it's silly suggesting that socks are underrated, but I think in many ways that they don't get the consideration that they deserve, or at least that they should be given. So I've picked a couple of pairs of socks here. So firstly, on the style note, I think rather than just wearing plain black or grey or maybe even white socks, having socks with a bit more colour and a bit more character can just be a way, once again, like the cufflinks, to add a bit of your identity and a bit of your own personal style to the outfit. So matching my cufflinks, I've got here my socks with a pheasant design on them. So these really fit well with the country theme. And then on the practical note, socks can make a huge amount of difference if you're out walking or working outdoors wearing Wellington boots. For example, I mentioned in my review of wellies, which you can check out up here. In my review of the wellies, I mentioned how wearing them with the thick socks makes all the difference. So I've also got my walking socks as well. And you'll certainly thank yourself if you pick up a pair of those if you are going on very long walks, working all day outdoors, as they'll be much more comfortable and warm than just wearing regular socks in the same situation. So for the fifth and final item in this list, I have gone with the cravat. So why have I picked the cravat? Well, unlike ties and even bow ties, you very rarely see one. Ties are obviously worn much less, but you'll still see them occasionally in business and certainly in politics, for example. Whereas cravats just very rarely seem to make an appearance, and they can perhaps be seen as being a little outdated. But I think they're a great way to add a bit of fun and a bit of colour to your outfit and show off your character. Once again, you have all sorts of options, especially if you use your own fabric to make one, as I did in my tutorial. There's loads of options. So I picked this fabric with the fantastic dragon design on it, which I really, really like. I also have a country design with, once again, pheasants on. So it's just a brilliant way to throw in a bit of extra character into your outfit. It also has the bonus of keeping your neck warm if it's cold. And as with the general design of the suit, it just helps to frame your face nicely, just creating a nice, almost portrait of yourself. That's why the suit is designed with this kind of V, in order to help frame your face. And I think the cravat can really add to that. So there you have it, my list of 5 things that I think are underrated in menswear. There are obviously things that I haven't missed out, and if you think there's anything I should cover in the future, let me know. Until then, if you enjoyed the video, do feel free to subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.